Hello, friends, and welcome to the Get Cozi Podcast. I'm your host, Alea. So grab a drink, grab a snack, grab your project, and get cozy because today I'm gonna. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Actually, I just want to come here, relax, get comfortable, and just talk about how my life has been going these past few months, past few weeks, past few days. It's been very crazy. So, first off, my best friend of 10 years just got married a few days ago. Oh my gosh, it's been so crazy. It feels like, you know how when you're very excited for an event to happen and then it happened and you're like, wow, it's over already. And you've been preparing for it for months and months and months. That's how I'm kind of feeling, and I'm like, what do I do now? So yeah, I mean, I've been helping her plan her wedding for about a year now, and we did the bridal shower, we did the bachelorette party, and then it was the rehearsal dinner, and then the wedding. It was just so crazy. I'm so happy for her. I'm happy for both her and her now husband because I was friends with them. Like, she met her husband the same time I met my husband, and we were always going on like double dates and stuff like that. And I really grown to admire the person that he is and how he treats my best friend, because I treat my best friend like a sibling because she's like always there for me. She's the only one that I really talk to about my struggles and stuff like that. And anytime I have any good news, like besides my husband, she's the first one that I want to talk to. So I'm just happy for her. I know this is something she's wanted for a very long time, and it was just so crazy to finally see it happen. But yeah, I'm very happy for her. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of happy that all of the wedding stuff is over with because now I can like breathe. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, which also means I can finally get like dive deep into the things that I really want to accomplish. This year and next year and the years to come, I really, really, really want to dive into designing my patterns, growing my catalog of patterns, getting better at tutorials, all that good stuff, right? And so I came out with my pattern this year, which my first pattern this year, which was the simple, super simple tee. Um, that didn't go as well as I thought it was going to be, but that's fine. It's okay. Not everything can be a banger. I get it. Maybe it wasn't some people's cup of tea. I still really like that pattern, and I still plan on making another top for myself, like an everyday, like, uh, probably like summer tee, something with like cotton in it, because I really like the design of that shirt. But I guess it's just not everybody's stick. That's all right though. That's all right. I get it. I'm not butthurt, but or maybe I just didn't like marketed enough. I don't know. I don't know. But it's all right. It's okay. It's okay. I have so many other things going on this year. I know for a fact two patterns are going to be coming out this year within the next 2 months. So two patterns in 2 months, guys. It's crazy. First pattern that I want to talk about is actually right here in my hand. It is the Sand Bridge Tote bags that I made, and the pattern is written and it's done. I do have to go over it again just to make sure that everything is good. But yes, the Sand Bridge Tote bag. It comes in small, medium, and large. And what I like about these bags, or what I made, what I needed for these bags, is for not only they be like shoulder, like you can wear them as a shoulder bag, like this, because I love a good shoulder bag. I realized that about myself. I love a good shoulder bag. But also you can wear it crossbody, which is also really helpful when you're like a mom or somebody has to do like multitasking. Like sometimes we want a shoulder bag, but it quickly becomes, dang, I really wish I needed a crossbody. So you can do that with this bag. So I'm not gonna lie, I was really excited about that. And I'm not the original like person who came up with the idea. There's plenty of bags that go from shoulder bags to crossbody, but I'm very proud of this design. Just a little design breakdown. The bottom of it is a oval. So I didn't. One thing is for sure, I didn't realize how hard an oval was to crochet. I'm thinking you just like, I know how to crochet from one side of the chain to the other side to make it like round. But then I was having a hard time like making it an oval. And I didn't realize that you had to like offset your stitches a little bit. That took me like 2 or 3 days to come up with. First, I was being very stubborn and didn't want to actually look up and research it. Okay. So I was trying over and over and over again, and it kept looking like a lopsided oval. Then it kept looking like a circle, and it just wasn't doing what I needed to do. So I went to the library, did some research, and found out how to crochet an oval. This is the most research I've ever done for a pattern. So it has an oval base. So technically it could stand up on its own like this, kind of like a bucket bag, but not really like a bucket bag. A bucket bag is circular on the bottom. This one's more oval and to be like an actual tote. So the tote part of it is rounded. I think it's kind of cute. And then the stitching on it is it starts off with a row of back loop only slip stitch. The next row is back loop only single crochet, and then 2 rows of single crochet. And you keep repeating that until you get to the top. And I like it. I really like it. I think it's like the texture is really nice. It's not too boring, and it kind of like it goes by really fast because you're always looking to go to the next repeat. You know what I'm saying? The straps on the small is a crochet I-cord. I have a tutorial on how to do that. I'll link it somewhere down below. So it's a crochet I-cord, and I think it works really well for the small version of the bag. But the medium and large version of the bag, because the yarn that I use, I'm going to get into the yarn that I use, but the yarn that I use is super stretchy for some reason. Like if it's just a chain, it's way too stretchy for a like solid strap. So for the straps of the medium and the large tote, I chained a certain number of the length that I wanted, and then I did back loop slip stitch to one end, and then I went back down and back loop slip stitch. So for 2 rows I back loop slip stitched, and you got a really nice solid. It stretches a little bit, it has a little give to it, but not too much, and it's not too bulky. That was another thing, I didn't want it to be bulky. My original plan was to do a single Tunisian crochet simple stitch strap, which would have worked. However, I didn't want to have to keep going between Tunisian crochet lingo and crochet lingo in one pattern. So I think this one worked out way better, and I kind of like how it looks. And joining the round is a lot easier too this way, but I really like how it kind of looks almost knitted, and it mimics this part of the bag right here. So I enjoyed that. So with the medium one, I just did 2 rows of back loop only single slip stitch. But for the large tote, I did 3 rows of slip stitch, back loop only slip stitch. So these are the 3 bags. Out of all 3, the medium is my favorite. I actually used the medium today. My son had a dentist appointment. The only thing is, I would say it fits everything for me, but it doesn't fit everything if I need to carry stuff for my kids. So I think the large tote is more like for moms and stuff like that. I was always kind of like concerned if the large tote was just too floppy. Like these are kind of substantial, but the large tote is a little bit too floppy. But in practice, it actually works out very, very well. These tote bags are like stretchy, but they don't stretch out of shape. And I'm like, I am such a good designer. How did I come up with that? No, and gosh, no, well, I did not plan for that to happen. But this is what the bag looks like open. This is the large tote open. So as you can see, I wove it through. And so when you close your bag, the strings like secure your bag closed. Kind of, sort of. Does that make sense? And then if you want to wear it crossbody, You could. I think I'm just such a genius. But yeah, I really, really like these bags. I had somebody on Instagram ask me how much I would sell these bags if I was to make them. Um, and this is also like if you're going to buy the pattern, so if you're going to get the pattern and make these bags for like a market or for another customer, this is how I would price them just based off of the time and the amount of materials you need. So for the small bag, I would say this took me one ball. I'm gonna show you the yarn in a minute. This took me one ball. I would charge probably like $25 for this small bag. Small bag, $25. The medium size bag, this took two balls. I would charge $45 to $50 depending on how long it takes you. But I would charge probably $50 for this. And then for the the large tote bag, this takes 3 balls of yarn. I would probably sell this somewhere between $75 to $100. If you go any bigger, good on you, first of all. But I would definitely charge more for it. But I would definitely, like, if I was to sell this to somebody and they wanted a price, I would sell this for $75, $50, and $25. I think that's a fair price. Okay, so let's move on to the yarn that I used. This is the Hobie Daily Stitch Recycled Cotton. It is 70. Why do I keep on saying recycled cotton? It's recycled ribbon. It's 70% recycled cotton and 30% polyester. It is a super bulky weight yarn, so it's saying that you need to use a size 12 hook. I had different plans. So I used a 7mm crochet hook. This is the Furls Streamline Metal Crochet Hook. And it worked just fine. It gave me the results that I wanted. I think if you use a bigger crochet hook than a 7, you're going to find that your bag is super loose and things can fall through it and you're going to have to add a liner. I made these bags so you don't have to add a liner, mainly because I didn't want a similar tutorial of me adding a liner to the bag. I'm going to be honest. But yeah, these turned out exactly how I wanted. The tension is perfect and I think that it's not that hard to crochet either, even though you went down multiple gauges. Next, so I also, this is my prototype. So this is what this bag looks like. I had a whole bunch of this t-shirt yarn that I got from Shein like years ago, and it's like stretchy and it's soft and it's a smooth texture. So this is what it looks like. And it's like sheen. It just, the details are popping on this bag. I messed up right there. Can you tell? But the details on here are popping and everything's more uniform. And I feel like you can tell the tension is a lot better when I use the t-shirt yarn. And this is the medium. So this is where I based the rest of the pattern off of, was this medium size. However, this is what it looks like. And I think it gives two different vibes. This is the medium version. And this is in the recycled cotton. And this is the jersey yarn. So it really depends on the vibe. And I did a crochet I-cord for this one too. It really does depend on the vibe that you want for your tote bag. Me personally, I prefer the t-shirt cotton for bags, especially tote bags. I don't know how I wash this though. I have washed this one. Like when I did a swatch, I washed it and it was very durable and it didn't like slouch. So it really does depend on what you like. I really like the t-shirt one. I am a one-ply girly, so I like roving. I like all that stuff. So it really doesn't matter. It just gives really good stitch definition in my opinion. So those are the bags that I have. And if you want to make this bag, I am releasing the pattern August 1st. And I'm releasing the video tutorial August 3rd. So make sure you're subscribed. Have notifications on. So whenever those alerts come on, you will be the first one to know. Super excited about that. And on to the next project. or the next pattern. My next pattern is coming out September. I don't know. I just know it's coming out in September. I don't know the exact date yet. I can't tell you much about it because it's top secret. That's all I'm gonna say. I am currently vlogging the process of me making that, and I'm very excited about that. All I can say is it's a Tunisian crochet project. That's it. That's all I can say. Contractually obligated to only say that it is a Tunisian crochet project, and I'm very excited about it. So that's going to be coming out sometime in September. It's a collaboration with a well-known brand. That's all I can say. Very exciting stuff. It hypes me up. I'm really excited to work with these people. But yeah, that's my only other pattern that's coming out this year in the next 2 months. You know what's crazy is I've already finished this pattern. This is the layover beanie. Have I already? Actually, I think I might be wrong, y'all. Did I already publish this pattern? Let me go on my Reverie. I don't remember. Cause when I say I did not, I didn't do any marketing for this pattern. If I did, if I tell you, would you believe me if I said I did not do any marketing for this pattern? Like any at all? Okay, no, I have not. I have not published this pattern. So this is the layover beanie. Let me take my hair down. This is the layover beanie. I think I might go ahead and release this pattern in October. So we're having August, September, October. We're releasing patterns, y'all. It's gonna be crazy. So this is a complete crochet tutorial. Not tutorial. I think I just wrote the pattern for it. I don't think I did a tutorial. But this is what it looks like. And the layover beanie so my dad came in February of 2025 on a business meeting. He came and he visited us and he said, "Hey, I'm only in town for 3 or 4 days. I need you to make me some hats." So I made him 2 of my Alaskan Cruise beanies, which that pattern is out. I made him a Alaskan Cruise beanie. I think I made him like a regular just double crochet beanie. And then I freestyled and made him this beanie. And then I was like, wait, I kind of need that. So I used Malabrigo. What is this? Oh, I think this is Malabrigo worsted. Malabrigo worsted in the color There's No Dialogue. I think that's what it was. This color is absolutely perfect, gorgeous. I love it. And it is very simple. It is just double crochet, front post double crochet. And yeah, I think that's about it. So I made my dad this hat, but in a different color. And I loved it so much that I wrote a pattern of it. I called it the layover beanie because when he was on his way back to South Korea, that's where he lives. He was on his way back from South Korea. He had a 3-day, I think either 3-day or 2-day layover. Like super like late, long layover. I think because his flight got canceled and he had to wait like until the next one came about. And he said the only thing that he had was this hat, toothbrush, toothpaste, a book, and like a miscellaneous thing that was in his bag. So that's why I called this the layover beanie. And I think that I'm going to start doing like a series of hat patterns that are inspired by travel terms. So like I said, I have the Alaskan Cruise beanie. This is going to be the layover beanie. I don't have any other beanie like ideas right now, but it's going to be an ongoing series and I'm going to call it the Adventurer's Cap. I don't know. Y'all give me some thoughts down below in the comments. I'm still thinking. Oh my gosh. I'm still thinking. So we'll see where that leads us. But those are I've been patterning it up, y'all. That's why y'all haven't seen any videos. Y'all haven't seen any videos from me in a while. And I feel so bad. What other thing that I can... Oh, I think in my last video, I did talk about... When I talked about the super simple tee, I also talked about the numbers scarf and shawl pattern that I'm also coming up with. Let me show you what that looks like. So this is the I don't think I have the scarf up here. I think it's upstairs. But I started doing the sample for the shawl pattern. Oh my god, it looks so cool on camera. But this is the shawl version of this pattern. And so this is what it's looking like so far. It looks amazing. So I think it's really like a mini shawl. I don't know how big it's going to get. I think I have about I have 6 more rows until I get to the middle. And this is how big it is. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm thoroughly enjoying this shawl so much. And these colors are absolutely phenomenal. This is Malabrigo Worsted. I always get them mixed up with worsted and worsted. They're both a single ply worsted weight yarn, but one's like this one is a little bit thicker and one's much skinnier. So this is worsted, but in my opinion it could go for like a DK, to be honest. But I love this yarn. It is my favorite. And this is in the color Indonesia. This is what the ball looks like. So I love it so much. It's so beautiful. And so far I've already used 1 full skein. I'm on my second one and we're not even halfway done. So I'm thinking this may be like the scarf version, maybe like a 3 skein project or 2.5 skein project. So keep that in mind whenever this pattern comes out. I think I might release this pattern in November. So November or December. I'm thinking November. So you're going to have a pattern August, September, October, and then November. It's not going to be crazy. And then I'm going to calm down in December. Maybe. Probably not. I think I'm probably going to come up with another pattern by then. But I've been busting these patterns out, y'all. And I'm super excited for you guys to make it. I also have yet another pattern cooking up in my noggin. But that one won't come until like next year. It probably won't come out until like February of next year because it's going to be a top. And I'm going to have to grade it. But I think I'm going to do like small, medium, and large, and extra large. Or it may be made to measure. I'm not quite sure yet, but we'll see. That's pretty much it when it comes to patterns. I know y'all like, Alea, I subscribe to you for videos, not patterns. But you know what? I'm trying my hardest, y'all. And with that being said, some of the things that I have done to put in place to try my hardest, it is to be organized, because I am not an organized girly. Not whatsoever. Not at all. So I was like, and I thought I was going to be one of those people that do like the digital planner. Didn't work. I was like, oh, maybe I can just use my calendar app on my phone. That's a distraction, because every time I would go on my phone to look at my calendar, I would go on Instagram. So I would find myself scrolling on Instagram. So I'm trying to find more ways to unplug. And so I decided to get a little mini planner. This actually fits in my purse. Perfect. It actually fits in my little Notions bag. I just emptied it because I'm like switching out some Notions. But it actually fits in my Notion pouch like perfect. Oh, if you didn't know, this is my polka dot. This is Edgar Allan Poe polka dot pouch. I've had this since I was in high school. This is my prized possession when it comes to stationery, okay? And if you want your own, I'm going to link it down below. You can get it on Amazon for a relatively affordable price. Way more affordable than when I got mine. I think I got mine at like a museum. If I would have known it was on Amazon, I would have bought it from Amazon. Anyway, this can fit in here, and then I have it on my Notions. So this is my content creator planner, and I have been keeping very consistent with this lately, and so it just has like all my dates, things that I need to do, because I'm writing down like video ideas and when things are due. I'm giving myself due dates now. Who am I? But so this is my planner that I keep around with me. This goes literally everywhere with me. Whenever I have an idea, whenever I know I need to get something done, whenever I need to put something on the books, when somebody says, oh, this and this and this is happening, I put it in here so that I can make sure that my content is on time. Even this video today was planned, you guys. So this has been actually my saving grace these past 2 weeks and going into the rest of the year when I am planning out my content. If you're interested in this, I'll link it down below. I got it from Amazon for like $8, I think. I was really inspired to get this planner based off of the Hobonichi, which I've been seeing everybody on TikTok say that they use. It's like a Hobonichi planner journal. I'm not quite sure. It has a pretty big price tag, okay? And when I'm using these journals, I don't necessarily like these planners in general. I don't know. I'm not one of those people who like keeps notebooks that I write in that are already completed, which fair point. I've never completed a journal before. I haven't written in journals since I was like in middle school, honestly. And then I stopped writing in journals when somebody violated my privacy and started going through my journals. So for the longest time, I just stopped writing in journals. But now I feel like I'm in a safe space. My privacy isn't going to be invaded. Sorry for trauma dumping, but I'm now feel confident that the inside of my journals will be secure. Okay, so I have my planner. I've been really loving this so far, and I was thinking of investing in a more like I was thinking of investing into journaling. So I went to Barnes & Noble's one day, just like on a self-care day. I always go like get my nails done, not my fingernails, my toenails. I don't know, sitting there getting my nails done and having to be this close to somebody for like an hour, it makes me uncomfortable. And I can't crochet. No, thank you. So I always just get my toes done, and then I go to like Barnes and Nobles, and I'll just walk around. Maybe I'll get a coffee. I'll put on like a podcast, and I'll crochet it in the cafe in Barnes and Nobles. Well, this time I was looking for. I really enjoyed this planner, but I was like, I think it's time for me to start back journaling. And we've been going on adventures, right? For my birthday last year, me and my husband went to Cancun, and there were so many things that I wish I would have written down. I post-dated and wrote down as much as I possibly could that I could remember, and then I decided that this was going to be my adventure journal. I think that this is perfect. This is from Mossery. I found it at Barnes & Noble's for $12. I was super excited. These retail for like $24, $25, and they are really nice piece of stationery, okay? So you can actually take refill the cases. You can actually buy more cases too. And I just think this one was so pretty. It definitely reminds me of like adventure vibes, you know? The same, I forgot what the artist was who made this cover, but there's another one that's absolutely gorgeous. There's a few more covers that I'm definitely considering buying, but there's also, I know this is like a whole different tangent, but there's also the same thing, but they have like two. So you can have two notebooks or two journals in one. So one can be like your planner, and the other one can be like a sketchbook or a dotted journal or grid journal or just like a regular like line journal. And I was like, The only thing about Mossery is their stuff, I feel like for their quality, it's very much worth it. It's definitely an investment because who pays $24 for a journal? You know what I'm saying? But if it's something that you plan on having for a very long time, I think it's definitely worth it. But what's not worth it is the shipping. Oh my gosh. So I wanted to get a cover for this one. I wanted to buy another book, and I wanted to get like inserts to go in it, like the notebooks. All that cost like about $50. And I was like, you know what? That's actually reasonably priced for the quality and the things that I was going to be using it for. But then the shipping was the same price as the cost of the items. And I'm like, what? And then you have to spend like $90 to get free shipping. And I'm like, That's wild. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like shipping is just one of those things. I'm an Amazon girly, so if it's not free shipping, I'm not paying for it. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm sitting here like, I'd rather have $90 worth of merchandise than $50 worth of merchandise and pay $20 worth of shipping, $20 to $30 worth of shipping. I'd rather just get $90 worth of merchandise. So my plan is to wait till the end of the year to get the cover that I want, to get the planner that has the 2020, was it 2026 calendar on it, full calendar. And then I can get like a new notebook, and probably get like, I'll get another notebook and all the accoutrements to the notebooks and special stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because right now they're all out of, I mean, we're in August. I don't need another planner for right now that costs that much, you know what I'm saying? That's an investment, which I'm being sound mind and financial behavior. I do think that would definitely be an investment and in something that's going to keep me continuously laying out the groundwork when it comes to content creation, because I am very unorganized when it comes to that and I need to lock it down. And so I remember somebody on TikTok saying, if you want to start they said you have to like romanticize journaling, and you have to romanticize your planner and buy things that spark your interest and make you excited to use that thing. That's the same way I feel about crochet hooks. And that's why I have a room full of yarn and crochet hooks. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to give it some time. I'm going to wait until the end of the year, or I'm going to keep a close eye on that, case, the cover, because I don't want to buy something. I don't want it to go out of, first of all, I don't want it to sell out. I'm going to be really upset if it does. But I want to make sure that I maximize the things that I want to do. So, let's get back to this. I went on a whole tangent. I'm sorry, guys. That's why this is a podcast and not an episode, like a regular, what's it called? So I bought this, and I bought this cute little, this is different. I bought this from like a stationery store in the mall, but isn't it so adorable? Anyway, this is my adventure journal. And so I wrote about my trip to Cancun with my husband for my birthday last year. So that's where I started my adventures. And I'm starting it from when I turned 30 onward. So I have like, I'm just going to flash it up. My Cancun trip. And then I have this little printer. Can I show you? I have this little printer. I highly recommend this if you don't have one. My husband got me this little picture printer from long ago, and it's called the HP Sprocket, right? So you can buy this, and you buy these zero ink cartridges, and you can print out a picture, and it's a sticker, so you can actually stick it into your notebook. And so I've been using it to like, we went to the aquarium with the boys, and so I just put like all the little pictures and stuff of the boys at the aquarium. And I think it's so much better to like have a picture to refer back to. So I've been doing this the past few days, and I also already written down my friend's wedding. And I got another, so like this is the napkin from their the wedding rehearsal, and then she had a photo booth at her wedding. So then we have that. So how I attach, and then these are pictures of me and my husband. So how I attached all of those is like, and kind of glue them in without actually using like liquid glue or glue stick, is this little like glue roller. It's a glue tape, and I'm gonna link these down below. I'm gonna link all the stationery stuff down below so you guys can can pick it up if you want to. But this is what I use to glue down everything into my notebook. And I was like, you know what? I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this. So, and it's just like I have the invitation and the announcement in here, and just I can show you this now because the wedding is over. But it's just talking about the night and my experience and how I felt and little momentums. My best friend said that when she gets back from her honeymoon and the next time I see her, which is probably gonna be for her birthday, she's gonna give me a little piece of the lace of her dress so I can put it in my notebook. I'm so excited. So stuff like that has really been. I don't know how to explain it. It makes me really excited to do the next thing. You know what I'm saying? It's really exciting for me to go out and collect it. I know a lot of people do like junk journaling, which I think that might be a little bit too chaotic for me. But I've really been enjoying this. And that's why I'm like, do I want to keep going? Because when I say I used to have journals, I used to do the I don't have them anymore. The what's it called? It's like something skin, molluskin. I used to have the molluskin journals, and I used to write in them all the time, like big events that happened to me throughout college. But I read them one day and I got so cringed out, I just threw the whole thing away. But now I'm doing something that I think actually matters, and I love this notebook so much. And so, yeah, I would say if you're trying to get into journaling, find the things that are super important to you in a journal. I do definitely think that I'm gonna go ahead and bite the bullet and get the things that I want, but I think I'm gonna wait until later on in the year. Maybe they'll have a sale, maybe they'll have free shipping. I don't know. But that shipping is what got me. I put everything in my cart and was ready to pay it, and then the number changed and I was like, oh, that's not good. So, and I keep all of my stationery in this little cute. It's so crazy because I have so many little pouches around my house and I'm finally starting to use them. So it's also exciting. So this is kind of how I carry my stuff in my bag. So I've been journaling a lot, crocheting and creating a lot, and I think it's just super exciting because I finally feel like I'm really how do I explain this? I feel like I'm finally like really getting into my purpose, you know what I'm saying? Like I think when I was in my 20s, I didn't know what I wanted to do, how I do it, and when to do it. And now I'm like locked and loaded. I have all the tools, and every day is just like fun. You know what I'm saying? Every day is a new adventure. Every day is another success. Every day is another milestone. And I'm just really excited. Like every day I wake up really excited for the next day. I think that's the best way to live your life. Tell me if I'm wrong, right? But yeah, guys, I've been really happy, very productive, because I know some of y'all remember when I didn't post for like months. But now I'm still not posting as often as I would like, but I think that they're more like productive. You know what I'm saying? Like we're more going towards more of a goal. Um Another thing that I've been working on is trying to figure out exactly where my cozy crochet business is landing. And I'm thinking I'm finding it a little bit more. I'm kind of taking it more seriously than I did the years before because I'm seeing the impact. Even though to me it seems really small, I'm starting to see the impact of my work that I'm doing. And it's very exciting, at the same time very scary. So I think now it's like, okay, you need to lock it down, get serious, and start organizing, planning, and preparing yourself to fill up that journal with more exciting news and adventures. Um, Speaking of adventures, I don't think I mentioned this, but we are leaving the country fairly soon. We just booked our tickets to go to South Korea. Yes. So me and my husband are going to go to South Korea for our birthdays. And that's super exciting. We're also going to Tokyo, and this will be my husband's first time going to not only South Korea but Tokyo. He's always wanted to go to Tokyo. That has been his like dream destination. So we're gonna make it happen this year. I'm very excited for him. I'm excited, and I'm very excited for him. I've been there already before, back in. It's been 10 years now. It's been actually 10 years. Well, almost 10 years. I went back in 2026. Sorry, 2016. I went to South Korea, and then I went to Tokyo Disney. Under weird circumstances, but I visited my dad, and this time we're gonna be bringing our kids with us. This will be their first international flight. This will be my first international flight with kids, so we'll see how that works. But y'all pray for your girl. But I'm very excited. Um, yeah, I think that's about it. Anyway, so I'm gonna post this literally now. You'll see it today, and I'm going to be editing the tutorial video for the bags, and that's going to be going up on Sunday. I think I'm going to start switching my upload dates to Sunday back. I think I was doing it for a while, but then I switched up to like Wednesday, Friday, or I think it was like Wednesday, Sunday. I think I'm going to post like my podcast on Wednesdays, and then I'm going to post my regular videos on Sundays. Or I may switch it. But I know for a fact that Sundays is going to stay like the main upload. And then if I do anything extra, it's going to be on Wednesdays. Because I'm getting more organized. Anyway, guys, that's it for today's Yap Chat. I am super excited to come up with this pattern and the other patterns for the rest of the year. And yeah, let me know down below in the comments, what are you excited for? I would love to know down below. But anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you have a wonderful day, and as always, create something gorgeous. Bye, guys.